Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, I'm tracking this major storm that's moving across the nation right now. So in the south, Mississippi, parts of Arkansas, Louisiana, and Tennessee are bracing for the potential severe weather outbreak. Well, that is likely, but we could even see tornadoes that are long track. That means unsurvivable. So heavy snow and high winds also for so much of the nation. I'll get into it. Also, new steps to avoid a potential railway strike that can have a huge impact on our economy. And it's Travel Tuesday. We're going to tell you where you can find the biggest deals on airfare, cruises, and hotels. You don't want to miss it right here on GMA.
Ahead in the next hour, GMSA, Houston still under a boil water notice this morning. What city leaders are saying now about the cause. Plus, a national group is on a mission to ensure survivors of Robb Elementary don't lose their Christmas spirit. Now they're working to be a light during this holiday season. And up next, an apartment complex threatened by fire on San Antonio's north side. Sarah Costa is on scene. We'll have a live report from her on this developing situation in just moments. And the roads could very much be a developing situation throughout your morning commute as well. It's wet out there and we do have some fog. Be careful this morning. Give yourself extra time on your way to work or school.
President Biden is stepping in once again to avoid a national rail strike. I'm Mike Ajachi reporting in Washington. Coming up, what Congress plans to do to avert a crippling blow to the economy.
Humid out there right now, looking up with live cam, and roadways are wet, kind of icky for a Tuesday morning.
Live from KSAT 12. Good morning, San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning, rise and shine, or do the best you can. It is Tuesday, November 29th.
Thanks for joining us. I like that. Do the best you can.
Well, it's still dark out there. Yeah. It's foggy and it's misty and it's raining in some spots right now. Mike Ostrage joins us now for what could be a very tricky morning commute for just about everybody.
You know, I was just looking at this camera over there by 410 by the airport, live cam, and I couldn't really tell if there any spray getting kicked up because most places it's just that light mist.
Right.
I mean, hardly using the wipers, but enough out there make the road slippery, and visibility is not bad at the airport right now. 3 miles, same thing, Port SA. Then it gets thicker, Castro. Then it gets even thicker heading out west on 90 over toward Hondo. 6 miles at New Braunfels. Pleasanton has dropped down slightly, and some fog over there at Gonzales. Pretty good in the hill country, and nothing is too awfully thick right now. We just have to be on the lookout. Hondo's been kind of going back and forth. At one point, you were down to about a quarter-mile visibility over there in Hondo. So just watch that for the next couple of hours. And then big change later on this afternoon, or actually by noon and early afternoon, as far as getting rid of all these clouds and getting rid of some of that fog. Mold is on the low side, 470. Updated count comes out in about an hour, hour and a half. And temperatures this morning are going to be holding steady. We're not going to see really anything move just because of the cloud cover, because of that very high humidity out there. Wind is going to be out of the southwest, and so that's going to help to clear out and get rid of this fog very quickly and these low clouds. And so we see plenty of sunshine, 77 degrees at noon. We're going to be topping off at 80 today. One thing we don't get rid of, though, is the humidity. It sticks around. So it's going to be a sultry day today with a fair amount of sunshine out there. Then we have a front moving through, and that is going to bring some beautiful, beautiful fall weather. How long's that last? Will it stick around into the weekend? Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, damp roads.
Yeah.
Does that mean problems?
You know, we do have at least one problem out there, Mike, but right now, for the most part, things aren't looking too bad. But you want to make sure that you are checking your vehicle, make sure before you get out on the roadways, because of course we have that fog that Mike's been mentioning, but we also do have those damp roads out there. So again, just make sure that everything looks okay before you get out on the roadways. We do have one issue to talk about, and you see it right there in the map. It's not a major one, but we notice that it's there near the southeast side, right here along I-37 at 410. A stalled vehicle, actually, and I spoke to our friends at Transcat over the phone. Now, they tell us that this is along 410 westbound, and that I-37 southbound ramp is closed right now due to the stalled vehicle. So again, check your vehicle before you get out on the roadways. This is not causing major issues for drivers, but because of that closure, we could see some delays building up in the next few minutes or so. So just watch out there. As we get you to those travel times, so you're not seeing any big delays there either. 29 minutes. You're still in the green if you're coming in from Seguin on I-10 westbound. It's a little more than half an hour, 33 minutes on 87 northbound if you're traveling in from Lavernia. And for our friends down in Floresville, 29 minutes to the Alamo City. So no delays just yet, but we get you back here on rotation 10 at Probant. We're now in that hour where things really start to pick up out on the roadways. So just expect to see some slowdowns taking place probably within the next half hour or so. Perfect time to head out and get your day started. Mark, Steph?
Stephen, thank you very much.
Crews are staying busy this morning with an overnight fire at a Northside apartment.
This is all happening at a complex on Northwest Military near Lock Hill, Selma. Sarah Costa is there. She joins us live with an update. What is the latest? You've been out there a little while now, Sarah.
Yeah, I just talked to the battalion chief, Mark, and he gave us an update. So right now, those fire units, they're leaving because the scene is cleared up. They have cleaned up this fire. The fire started around 3 o'clock. Fire actually started. You can see it right there, and that charred up unit. So firefighters say that that's where that fire started, on the second floor of apartment 3. There were actually a family of 3 living there. It was 2 adults, 1 child. Earlier we saw them going through with a flashlight. They're trying to figure out exactly the cause of the fire. But what made this fire difficult is most of these units are 1 story. This particular unit where the fire started is 3 stories. It's a loft apartment, so that fire cannot go back to their.
All right, we are having some audio issues with our Sarah Costa. We'll check back with her later. And happening today, testimony continues in the capital murder trial of a Border Patrol agent. Juan David Ortiz is accused of killing 4 sex workers. His trial was moved from Webb County to Bexar County, where jurors heard from a key witness yesterday. Erica Pena testified that she gets paid to have sex with men, and she says Ortiz picked her up on a street corner back in September of 2018 after the 4 women were killed. Some were her friends. Now, Pena says she got the feeling that Ortiz was responsible, so she told him to take her back to the corner. And that's when Pena says Ortiz pulled a gun on her and she made a run for it.
As soon as he took out the gun, he just stared at me, didn't say anything. Some way, somehow, I took off running without a shirt.
Body cam video shows the moment she found a DPS trooper outside a convenience store, and the defense questioned Pena's credibility based on her reported drug addiction and whether she changed her story. She told jurors that Ortiz pointed the gun at her face. However, Pena previously had said that that gun was pointed at her chest in a pre-trial hearing. That trial is expected to resume this morning at 8:30 in the morning. You can watch it live on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, and our YouTube page.
18 people are looking to temporarily replace District 10 Councilman Clayton Perry on the San Antonio City Council. Perry took a leave of absence after his highly publicized hit-and-run crash. While he could come back at any time, Council is scheduled to appoint a replacement this week. They can choose as many of 3 of the applicants to interview first.
And a warning before this next story. The video is disturbing. Months after a Connecticut man was left paralyzed in police custody, 5 officers have now been arrested and charged.
The incident was caught on camera. ABC's Lionel Moise reports.
This morning, 5 New Haven, Connecticut police officers have been charged for their involvement in this incident back in June that left 36-year-old Randy Cox paralyzed. Video shows Cox handcuffed and not belted, flying headfirst into the back of a police transport van when that driver suddenly stopped. Despite pleading for help, Cox did not get immediate medical attention. Instead, he was dragged out, processed in a wheelchair, and placed into a holding cell.
You cannot treat people the way Mr. Cox was treated.
Cox was left paralyzed from the chest down. The New Haven State's attorney charging officers Oscar Diaz, Jocelyn Lavandiere, Ronald Presley, Luis Rivera, and Sergeant Betsy Segui with 2 misdemeanors, reckless endangerment and cruelty.
The City of New Haven is committed to accountability for all individuals involved in this tragic incident.
The New Haven Police Union saying guilt, innocence, liability, or culpability will be determined later. For now, due process and the protections it provides must be honored.
Black Lives Matter!
The incident led to policy changes within the department, including an order clarifying that police cruisers should be the primary means of transport and requiring officers to see if a person needs medical attention when they are arrested and when they arrive at the facility. Meanwhile, Cox's family has filed a $100 million civil suit against the officers and the city.
We remain hopeful and put our faith in the criminal justice system.
Those officers are on paid administrative leave and are due in court next week. Cox was originally charged with unlawful possession of a firearm. All charges against him have now been dropped. Lionel Moyes, ABC News, New York.
And back here at home, the search continues for an injured bald eagle. It escaped from a crate yesterday while being transferred to a local conservancy for treatment. They are asking you to keep an eye out for that eagle. If you see it, call Last Chance Forever, the Bird of Prey Conservancy. That number is there on your screen, 499-4080.
If you're not looking at your TV right now, come over and check this out. The holidays have arrived in San Antonio at the Riverwalk. You can see the twinkling lights along the river. They were lit during Friday night's Ford Holiday River Parade, and it is a beautiful sight. Even if you've done it once before, it's time to go back downtown and enjoy it all over again.
Yeah, it looks nice even in the early morning hours.
6:09, 67 degrees.
And much more to come on GMSA, including this volcanic eruption in Hawaii. And in our next hour, why experts say it's such a rare occurrence.
And it's a move that can impact our entire economy. Just ahead of how the president is responding to a looming rail strike.
And taking a look out there with a live cam, kind of humid, kind of foggy, but things are looking to change very soon. We'll be checking in with Mike.
Welcome back, 6:13. We go down to that looming national rail strike.
President Biden stepping into the ongoing fight, calling on Congress to intervene and block a strike that could overwhelm our economy.
ABC's Ike Ajachi has more.
Good morning. President Biden says a rail workers' strike would be devastating for the economy. And now Congress is trying to impose a solution. This morning, President Biden stepping into the ongoing rail labor negotiations, speaking directly to Congress, telling them to intervene.
The president has been very clear. Shutdown is unacceptable because of the impact that it would have on jobs and families and farms and businesses and communities just across the country.
A shutdown could cost the economy an estimated $2 billion per day and place a massive strain on the trucking industry.
Rail goes down, and then all the shippers are going to rely on trucks to get their product to store shelves. So all those Amazon packages, it's going to cost a lot more.
The American Trucking Associations, as well as more than 400 business groups, signing a letter to Congress saying we call on you to take immediate steps to prevent a national rail strike and the certain economic destruction that would follow. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi responding, saying the House will take up legislation this week requiring railroad crews to work under the tentative agreement reached between unions and railroads in September. Now, if the House passes a deal, Democrats would need Republican support in the Senate to pass the bill. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Washington.
Tuesday morning, 6:15.
And from this angle, the TransGuide cameras look okay. Let's go ahead and check back with Stephen Cavazos.
It's been tranquil. I like to say that word on a Tuesday. Not a lot out there. You can see traffic is definitely picking up. 37 at 410. Now, that was an area where we did have some flashing lights out there, and that was actually a stalled vehicle. Looks like that may have cleared, and I'll get to that on the map in just a moment. But just a quick peek around town, 10 at Probant. Traffic's coming right out of the screen there, so just remember to take it slow. We're getting busier minute by minute. There at 281 at the airport, you can see it's already picking up there. But just expect to see some slowdowns a little bit later on this morning. As we get you to our map right there, is 410 westbound at I-37 southbound. That ramp had been closed for a little while, but as you just saw in that TransGuide shot, really didn't see a whole lot out there. So looks like that may have already been resolved. We'll have an update in that in just a moment. But as we give you a wide look at the map, yeah, not a lot else out there, which is good, but be on the lookout. We still have road work taking place, and this one began over the weekend. Overlay work over off Loop 410 on the west side of San Antonio. Now, just take a look at your screen there because that will continue up until Monday, December 11th, according to TxDOT. Starts overnight, 8 in the evening to 5 in the morning. Expect to see alternating lane closures right there on the frontage road. That will actually be in both directions from Bandera Road to Marbach Road. So we're still waiting on an update from TxDOT on the current list of closures for the month of December, but right now you can see that some of it's that we do have active is not impacting traffic for the most part. 37 at Houston, but we did have some damp roads and of course fog to be on the lookout for as well.
We are just days away from the month of December, and it's not feeling like winter around here, is it, Mike?
It will tomorrow.
It will tomorrow.
okay.
Yes, but today, it's just warming. You know, yesterday it was chilly. It was jacket weather,
yeah.
and then that humidity came back in here so quickly. It is very humid this morning. We're in the mid 60s right now. Fog, drizzle, mist, maybe even heavy enough to be considered a sprinkle. That's going to clear out very nicely throughout the day. Humidity won't, though. So 80. 12 above normal. Very warm and humid out there. And that will change, though, later on tonight. So then tomorrow's going to be a whole different story as well. Have you gone down to Travis Park? So much going on down there. The beautiful, huge Christmas tree down there and some ice sculpting going on. There's the
Roadrunners action there.
Yeah,
Love
cool.
that. Because the big game is this Friday or Saturday at the Dome. I believe Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, championship game. So, all right. And then, yeah, just head on down there. You got the rink down there. And just to be out and about. Beautiful. Tonight, the weather will look nice. And it'll start to feel like it. But then tomorrow's going to be a better day to head down there. All right. This is over there 10 at 4:10. Friday. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought I'd heard that. Here's 10 coming westbound toward us and the 410 interchange. So a little bit more fog over there on the northwest side over by the medical center. And visibility officially at the airport is 3 miles, mile and a half Castroville. So it's slowly getting thicker at Castroville, heading out 90 in toward Hondo. Not bad in Gonzales, 2.5 down around Pleasanton. And that's really the thickest spot as of right now is Hondo. But again, be on the lookout for the next couple of hours. Still plenty of humidity getting pumped on in here. But that's going to change later on today as the front moves through this evening, kind of dry at first. Then in the overnight hours, we get that surge of really dry air coming on in here. The wind is going to be picking up. It's going to be blustery, and definitely chilly tomorrow. We'll have some wind chills to deal with tomorrow morning, and then it stays nice and cool throughout the day, or nice and chilly throughout the day, I should say. That won't last very long, though. So we get a high temperature tomorrow, 59, 55 on Thursday, thanks to a lot more clouds. Back to normal Friday, and then back upper 70s, close to 80 by Monday, and the low temperatures. So it's going to be 45s the next couple of days. Still jacket weather, same thing Friday, but the humidity starts to work its way back in here Friday, so we'll have mist and drizzle. And then look at that. The low temperatures are going to be staying closer to the normal high once we get into the weekend and the first part of next week. Overall, the upper level wind pattern, so we have these little waves kind of coming on through here, and weak fronts that move through. This is a very shallow front that moves through, and yes, it will cool us down, but we're not seeing anything that's just blasting down here out of Canada. So pretty much it's these little waves, very warm and humid coming up here this weekend, and nothing really to give us a good blast of this cold air. Another low is going to be developing out there to the west of us. Hopefully that brings some sort of a front through by maybe the middle part of next week as far as a more decent front. But even though we're getting that nice little taste of some colder weather tomorrow, doesn't last all that long. 77 degrees today at noon, mostly cloudy skies, and the high temperature today makes it up to 80. Hot and humid, basically. Lots of sunshine out there. Then the front moves through overnight. So back to fall tomorrow, nice and crisp to end up the month of November. Lots of sunshine, windy, and it's going to be cold on the first day of December, but not the first weekend.
Steph, I forgot to ask you, how did Turkey Trot go?
Oh, it was awesome.
Good.
I mean, yes, it was a little drizzle here and there, but awesome turnout, and it wasn't freezing cold. So
that's good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Great. It's the first time I've seen you since then.
I know.
Yeah, so we're playing some catch up.
Thank you.
Mike, thank you. 620, 67 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA, we have reached our goal in our No Shave November fundraiser, but you can still donate for a couple more days. Coming up a little later, we're going to show you how and who's leading Team KSAT.
Trying to control my asthma felt anything but normal. Enough was enough. I talked to an asthma specialist and found out my severe asthma is driven by eosinophils, a type of asthma Nucala can help control. Now, fewer asthma attacks and less oral steroids. That's my new normal with Nucala. Nucala is a once-monthly add-on injection for severe eosinophilic asthma. Nucala is not for sudden breathing problems. Allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for swelling of face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing. Infections that can cause shingles have occurred. Don't stop steroids unless told by your doctor. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. May cause headache, injection site reactions, back pain, and fatigue. Talk to your asthma specialist to see if once-monthly Nucala may be right for you. And learn about savings at Nucala.com. There's more to your life than asthma. Find your new normal with Nucala.
In this morning's GMA First Look, say goodbye to Cyber Monday and hello to Travel Tuesday.
This day is the absolute best to get a really good deal on all of your travel.
Southwest Airlines marking down its flights 30% for flights between January 10th and March 8th.
Last year, domestic travelers saved upwards of $300 on airfare.
New York to Rome, as low as $371 round trip in January, or even cheaper, New York to Aruba for $310.
Typically on Travel Deal Tuesday, we see about 50% more deals available than on Black Friday and about 30% more than Cyber Monday.
And it's not just airfare. Hotels and cruises are also on sale. And if you're looking for a big travel deal, we'll have all the expert tips you need to know coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Nally, ABC News, New York.
And time now, 6:25 and 67 degrees for now.
Glad you're with us on this Tuesday morning. Much more to come. We're staying on top of an overnight fire on the north side at an apartment complex. We will take another look at the damage.
And a quick look at the roads with TransGuide looking over at I-35 at Loop 1604. Things are still moving this
Did
morning.
Everybody leave all at once?
I think so. It was so much quieter like an hour ago. We'll be right back.
What you're seeing over there and those roars are steam and gas flying out of these vents. That stuff is 2,000 degrees.
This morning in Hawaii, lava spewing from the largest active volcano in the world. We'll tell you if anyone is in danger.
There have been reports of officers who become ill, and this tool right here has actually saved their life.
For law enforcement officers responding to drug calls can have deadly consequences. We're going to show you how they're training to avoid the effects of drugs like fentanyl.
Outside with live cam, fog and mist. We should be okay this morning if everybody takes it easy on the roads. And a good morning to you. We jump right into our Tuesday, November 29th.
Thanks for joining us. Hope you're having a good morning so far, but you might want to get on the roadways a little earlier just because it's, kind of icky out there.
And we've noticed traffic's really picked up in the last 10 or 15 minutes. So I think people are taking that advice, Mike.
Yeah, and it's funny because yesterday morning we started off cool. It was chilly, jacket weather, and then all of a sudden the humidity in the afternoon, it was gorgeous, really came back in here quickly, really moved in overnight, and this is now what we have. This is 410 over there at I-10. Now granted, this camera's on top of the building over there by Callahan and 10, but there's some soupy weather out there by the medical center and elsewhere. 68 degrees, dew point stands at 66, so when these two numbers are just neck and neck like they are, then you have humidity, which is in the mid-upper 90% range. We do have a breeze, so that's kind of helping out as far as preventing a lot of the thick fog from forming up. Now, we do have a lot over there by Hondo at a half-mile visibility. Castroville has actually improved slightly. Bernie Stage has dropped down, though. 3 still at the airport, and Port SA has dropped down a little bit. So the majority of it today is kind of to the west and the southwest, a little bit down there along the coast. Not bad further northwest in parts of the hill country. Mold is on the low side. The updated count is going to be coming out in about an hour. Fog, drizzle, very warm, very humid. As a matter of fact, our temperature right now is the normal high of 68 degrees. So do the math from there. It's going to be sunny today. We're clear out nicely late this morning and early afternoon, but it's going to be hot and humid with, the clouds clear out. Humidity does not clear out. However, tonight we get a front moving on through here. So it's going to be windy overnight. Colder air moves in here. Humidity gets on out of here. Plenty of sunshine. A spectacular day tomorrow. We will be dealing with wind chills, though, tomorrow morning. And then cold on Thursday with a lot more in the way of clouds out there. Great fall, early winter day. However, that's not going to last very long because the humidity returns, the warm air returns. Clouds stick around all the way through the weekend, but it's going to be kind of a sultry weekend around here. All the details coming up in just a couple of minutes. So we're talking about damp roads. Any problems, Stephen?
You know, I'm surprised it's been really quiet out there, Mike, but let's get a look around town. Yeah, we definitely see a lot more folks out there, and we have been seeing this all morning long. If you can, get out there a little bit earlier, and you can see that traffic's already picked up a lot within the last few minutes or so. 35 at Pine, both directions, south and north, are looking pretty busy from these TransGuide cameras. Now, we had some damp roads earlier. It doesn't look like it was causing much of an issue for drivers, but of course, we also talked about some of the fog that we saw on the live cam. So just always use those low beams anytime you encounter that. Giving you a wide look around town, there's not a lot else to show you, and right here on our map, just some of those slowdowns that are already taking place. If you are traveling on 281 southbound, you see just above our timestamp there, we have a slowdown in the southbound lanes, and that could be due to some traffic coming into the Alamo City, but also some of the road work that we always see take place out there. US 90 eastbound, check that out by 1604. You can expect a little bit of a delay there, and also noticing a little bit of a buildup along State Highway 151 if you're traveling in from the far west side of San Antonio. But as I mentioned, things aren't looking too bad on the map. As we get it back to TransGuide, it's pretty much the same case. We are just seeing traffic getting busier out there, and we're in morning rush, so let's just see how things shape up. Just remember to drive safe. Mark, Steph?
Thank you, Stephen. This morning, several people are without a place to stay after an apartment fire on the city's north side.
Sarah Costa has been there all morning. She joins us live from Northwest Military near Lock Hill, Selma. Sarah, what have we learned as of about 6:30 this morning?
Well, we just spoke with the family that has lost everything at this time. So the firefighters, they have cleared the scene. They cleared about 20 minutes ago, but we just spoke with the family of 3 in that apartment. Take a look. That was where the fire started, where that family of 3 was living, and they are just kind of picking up the pieces at this time, trying to figure out what's next for them. Just take a look at that damage on the 2nd floor in that unit where that apartment, where that fire started. Firefighters were able to put out the fire around 4 this morning after getting the call just after 3. We spoke with the family that was in the apartment where the fire started that you're looking at. It was a family of 3, a mom and a 12-year-old daughter and an uncle. The 12-year-old told us she was sleeping and woke up to flames next to her bed, ran to her uncle's room who had just gotten home from work. When he came back to her room with the fire extinguisher, the bed was up in flames. They got out of the apartment safely. They were not injured, but their apartment, I mean, just take a look, you can see is completely destroyed. They lost everything. Firefighters were able to control the fire. Now, and contain it really to their unit. It did spread to the attic, but they were able to contain it. Now, the rest of the units in this building 3 here, they did sustain some smoke and some water damage. For the most part, everyone else will be able to move back into this building later today once the electricity is working. But as for the family of 3, they lost everything except for a special box. The uncle was showing it to me. It was a box that belonged to his grandparents. It had their funeral and prayer cards in it, rosaries in it, also a Bible. That box and Bible untouched, and he was emotional, saying that this was the one thing that really mattered to them, and that it was special that they were able to get that box of their belongings out with them. We're going to have that full story after we talk to that family later today on our later newscast. Live from the north side, I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News. Mark and Steph.
Thank you, Sarah. Law enforcement across the state are training to be extra cautious when handling drug calls. That's because many could be laced with fentanyl, or even worse, carfentanil, which is an even more dangerous but rare narcotic. Instructors at the Alamo Area Council of Governments say they train cadets to handle drugs like hazardous materials, and knowledge and gloves are the best tool officers have. They're also trained on how to administer Narcan.
It becomes just very dangerous overall. It's already a dangerous job, and we know that our first responders have to intervene. They have to take these dangerous drugs off the street. We're going to a drug lab.
Now, Instructor Mike David also says officers are trained not to use alcohol wipes, hand sanitizer, or warm water to wash off any drugs they come in contact with on their skin, because that's one way the drug could get into their system.
Some other top stories we're following. Schools in Houston will be out again today since an estimated 2 million people are still under that boil water notice. The city says a, quote, bad cell knocked out the main and backup transformers at one of its purification plants. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner says the city believes the water is safe, but the boil order was required because of a drop in water pressure on Sunday. Water sampling began Monday morning, and the nose could be lifted today if the state's environmental agency gives the all clear.
The Electric Reliability Council of Texas, or ERCOT, will be talking about the state's power grid later today. The CEO of ERCOT, along with the chairman of the Public Utility Commission of Texas, are expected to update Texans on grid reliability and readiness for the upcoming winter season. The meeting should reveal expected demands of the power grid and what steps leaders are taking to make sure that Texans don't lose power. That meeting is set for 1 p.m. today in Austin.
Well, it is beautiful to look at. The world's largest active volcano is roaring back to life after 38 years. The lava from Mauna Loa so far is not threatening homes, but residents are still on alert. Thermal cameras show the moment it erupted, spewing volcanic gas, sending lava gushing from the crater. Mauna Loa makes up most of the Big Island of Hawaii. Lava streams are flowing, but authorities say they're contained to the summit. Still, authorities are playing it safe, and the National Guard is on standby. Shelters are being opened, and Southwest Airlines has canceled several flights. In the meantime, falling ash is a concern. People with respiratory illnesses have been warned to stay indoors. Well, now Uvalde in a somber holiday season. Christmas Eve will mark 7 months since the shooting at Robb Elementary.
People across the country are stepping up, trying to brighten the holidays by granting some of their Christmas wishes. Luna Liaisons is a group based out of Washington, D.C., and they had spoken with the survivors of the shooting and are working to fulfill some of the things on their Christmas wish list.
The kids are asking for things like cameras around their homes to help them feel safe and things to help their families. If you'd like to help, we have a link to the wish list on KSAT.com.
And a quick reminder, KSAT Community is in the middle of its Share the Shoes campaign. You can donate a new pair of shoes or socks to a child in need. This drive is in partnership with San Antonio Police and Zapatos. So there are 6 San Antonio Police substations taking donations right now through December 16th. You can find more information on the KSAT community page on our website at ksat.com.
6:38, 67 degrees.
And coming up on GMSA, we're talking about consent parenting, what it means and why you might want to start doing it. Just ahead.
.642, the topic of consent is making headlines, and now parents are using that term to describe how they raise their kids.
Sarah Costa takes a closer look at how it works.
Helicopter, authoritarian, free range, attachment. When it comes to parenting styles, there are many.
Survival, yes. I was strict and hard on them.
One of the latest approaches is called consent parenting. It involves teaching kids about their physical rights and emotional boundaries. The style recently became a debated topic on social media platforms when some moms claimed they wouldn't change their babies' diapers or cuddle them because they didn't give them consent. But most proponents of consent parenting say these are extreme examples.
If the child has a poopy diaper, it needs to be changed, whether they give consent or not.
I always felt like if somebody was willing to watch my children, then you had to let go of some of the control. That sounds like a control issue.
According to consentparenting.com, the technique is all about encouraging parents to protect and empower their kids. Consent parenting involves teaching children about boundaries from a young age. For example, you could tell a baby what you're doing as you change their diaper. For toddlers, ask permission when it comes to sharing toys, and encourage children to voice their choices. Tell them they have the right to accept or refuse physical affection, like a hug. Is right for you. It's a style that's changing the way some people raise their children.
Nearly 70% of all reported sexual assaults happen in children 17 and under. Experts also say it's important to educate your children about their bodies and use the correct anatomical language so they know how to talk about issues when they come up. Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
Hey everybody, it's RJ and I'm taking part in No Shave November for the 3rd straight year along with my KSAT coworkers. I'm personally doing this for the Wisdom family. Bryce Wisdom's story, of course, galvanized the entire city of San Antonio a few years back, and he unfortunately lost his courageous battle with kidney cancer. And I'm also doing this for my personal family. My uncle Heda passed away from cancer a few years ago, and that is still something that affects my family very deeply to this day.
And that was my traffic bro, RJ Marquez, sharing his testimonial once again with our viewers. Hey, let's get a look at that leaderboard for Team KSAT. If you've not heard the news yet, we are holding that top spot around the country by a landslide. Exceeded our goal of over $20,000, so that's fantastic. Still time to donate, but just take a look at where the guys stand right now. Justin Horn, I just talked to him. He's in the newsroom. I told him you're square with him.
Is he celebrating?
No, I told him you're square with him. that you're not. That you know what. We are trying to get Team Gray Hair back on the top. So,
Right.
But Mike, you're right behind him. So don't worry. There's still time. Maybe a little less than $200. Max Massey. Yep. All he has to do is just smirk, and there he gets those funds. But it's all for good cause. David Sears, $2,150. Mark Austin, right behind him, $1,820. And yeah, I'm a little bit further down. So thank you for the producers for just throwing me in there. But you know what? Every dollar counts. Every whisker counts. Our team has done fantastic. There is still time to donate. Head over to our page right there, scan that QR code. It'll take you directly to our No Shave page, and there you can learn more about our efforts and, of course, how to donate. Donate to any one of the members on our team or our team as a whole. But it's been fantastic, and I think this has been one of those great years that we've seen everyone come together.
I mean, not too shabby, over 1,000 still.
One of our viewers asked, she said, you guys we know you're number one in the country. Who are you ahead of? We're ahead of a bunch of sheriff's departments in places like New Jersey. Yes, quite a few in the state of New Jersey.
Right. Yeah.
But they're teams from all over the country, and we're well ahead of all of them.
Yeah, by at least $13,000 to $12,000, which is great. But that's also a reflection of our community and how much they want to show their support. So just a big thank you, and I'm glad that we could do this again. And,
we had it easy. You didn't shave. It's that much quicker in the morning, but y'all are the ones that donated. So thanks very much.
It's a whole effort as part of the community, and we're just give you guys lots of thanks for just donating to us.
And if we all get bumped down to the bottom, that means more money
for these cancer nonprofit organizations, which is what we want to see. So still time, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and switch lanes, get you in the know before you have to go out the door. So there's a quick look around town. Traffic's picked up, and as expected, it's morning rush. So of course you're going to see a lot more vehicles out there at this point. But it's been a pretty quiet morning despite some damp roads and fog. Doesn't really look like it's hindering the commute, but it is getting busier. You may encounter some slowdown, so be on the lookout there. Getting you to the map, as I mentioned, that's what you're going to see there. You're going to see it over here off US 90 in those eastbound lanes if you're traveling in to the Alamo City, as well as 35 southbound. We have a little bit of a slowdown taking place there, and 1604 over on the northwest side. So just remember to drive safe, pack your patience this morning. Still a little damp out there, so just take it slow. I-10 over here on the east side of Bexar County. You'll also see some bridge work taking place this weekend, so just be on the lookout there. That does begin on Friday, December 2nd. Should wrap on Saturday pretty quickly. December 3rd, 7 in the evening to 9 in the evening, according to TxDOT. Full closure of the eastbound main lanes from FM 1518 to FM 2538. But other than that, it's been pretty much smooth sailing here on TransGuide. Mike, we did have some damp roads out there. Wasn't really causing a big issue for a lot of these drivers, which is good.
But it is damp. It's going to stay damp for a while. So just keep that in mind for your morning commute. This is just spectacular picture. The gorgeous Christmas tree there at Travis Park, and the St. Anthony right behind it in the background. That classic architecture, and of course that sliver of a moon up there in the clear skies. It just doesn't get any prettier than that. Now, this is what it's going to look like tonight. Moon is a little bit closer to its first quarter phase, but it's not going to really feel like it this evening. The wind's going to start to pick up. Tomorrow night will be the best night to head down there because it's going to be nice and crisp. It will be windy, though, tomorrow. Now, today, we've got a little bit of a breeze. That's helping to prevent a lot of thick fog around, but obviously there is some out there. 10 at 410, and it's just that murky kind of morning with 3 miles visibility out there at the airport. 2.5 Bernie stage. Same thing, Castroville. Hondo's been holding it a half mile, but you're going to run into some of this fog, especially if you go northwest and west on 90, and also down toward Pleasant. Pleasanton. But it's not just this, well, Carrizo Springs. I stand corrected right now. As soon as I was going to say it's not real thick everywhere, but Carrizo Springs now has zero visibility. So pea soup down to the southwest. Temperature is going to be steady for the next couple of hours. Right around upper 60s and plenty of clouds, mist and drizzle. Then we start to see some sunshine late morning by noon, 77. By the way, we're already at the normal high right now. Then we just add to that. So we make it up to 80 later on this afternoon. And that's anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees above normal, 12 degrees specifically here in town. Now, as far as the humidity, front moves through tonight. That humidity is going to drop off. It's going to be a gorgeous day tomorrow. Nice and cold in the morning, wind chills to deal with tomorrow morning, and beautiful sunshine all day long. We will have sunshine today, but again, the heat and humidity is going to be sticking around, so it won't feel like it. Cold on Thursday, clouds are going to be moving back in here. Then that's going to be followed by the humidity coming in here for the weekend. So it's going to be a sultry, cloudy sort of a weekend. Here's one of the long-range computer models. Clouds around here this morning. They clear out nicely. Then the front comes on through here with the wind shifting around. And we've got a lot of sunshine. Here come the clouds back again Thursday. Maybe a little bit of a sprinkle late, and then overnight into Friday mornings, that humidity pumps back on in here. Lots of clouds around, perhaps a sprinkle or two, especially to the east on Saturday. And it's going to stay very warm going into the first part of next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that we get another decent front moving through the middle part of next week, but obviously still a long way off. 77 degrees today at noon, mostly cloudy skies. Then we're going to start to clear on out. 80 for a high temperature, basically just hot and humid. Front moves through then later on this evening. Winds will shift around. It's going to get windy overnight, and we are going to be, well, very cold tomorrow morning, 45 degrees. Actually, not that much below normal, though. 59 for a high temperature tomorrow, 55 on Thursday. And then it is going to be humid this weekend. I'm getting hands
back on top, Mike.
Team Gray Hair came in. All those silver foxes out there, thank you very much.
Maybe Justin donated to you.
Oh, I doubt that.
No, thank you for your donation.
See how magnanimous he is.
No, thank you I mean, that just goes to all the great causes out there. You did it, folks. Keep it going.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it. 6:51, 67 degrees.
And a lot of parents love to share pictures of their kids over social media, but could those posts be putting them in danger? Tomorrow on GMSA, we're going to tell you what the experts are saying.
Can you believe the morning show is already almost over? It is flying by. Outside with live cam, the sun is now coming up on a gray, misty day here in South Texas. We'll be back.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, I'm tracking this major storm that's moving across the nation right now. So in the south, Mississippi, parts of Arkansas, Louisiana, and Tennessee are bracing for the potential severe weather outbreak. Well, that is likely, but we could even see tornadoes that are long track. That means unsurvivable. So heavy snow and high winds also for so much of the nation. I'll get into it. Also, new steps to avoid a potential railway strike that can have a huge impact on our economy. And it's Travel Tuesday. We're going to tell you where you can find the biggest deals on airfare, cruises, and hotels. You don't want to miss it right here on GMA.
And if you plan to travel out on the roads in the next few minutes, the good thing is things are pretty quiet. 37 at 410. Nice, beautiful shot out there as traffic's getting moving. Slowdowns are what you can expect now that we have entered morning rush. Thankfully, no big crashes to talk about, at least for now. But you can see it there along 35 southbound, 1604 northwest side, and of course US 90 on the far west side. The usual slowdowns and the usual hot spots. Remember to drive safe. I believe we still have some damp spots out on the roads. We're seeing that on the TransGuide camera. So safe travels to everybody.
Yes, indeed. Gray out there, just like Team Gray Hair. I had to throw that one in there. And yes, we do have some mist drizzle, a little bit of fog, half-mile visibility at Hondo. This is going to be sticking around this morning. Temperatures are very warm, very humid. We're at the normal high right now. Then skies clear out, still hot and humid today, but we get a front moving through tonight, and it's going to feel like fall tomorrow, at least for a couple of days.
Try to be more assertive in your fundraising, okay?
I think you got it.
Go.
There you go. Have a nice day.